Welcome to this episode of PCTV's Favorite Things, where we get to bring you amazing products and brands at prices that are unheard of. You've never seen them before. Today on the show, as you can see in front of me, we are talking charcuterie boards, but not just any charcuterie board, custom charcuterie boards that are absolutely stunning. Now, charcuterie boards are becoming so popular all over because beautiful meat and cheeses just look better on something as beautiful as these. Today we have the founder of this Blue Fig, which is the charcuterie board company that you must check out. Trip Hunter is on the show today. Trip, I am so excited to have you on here because these boards have just spoke to me for so long now, since the first time we've met, and just listening to the way that you've shared the story of why you do this and what the end result is. So thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about why you created charcuterie boards.
Yes, and thank you. It's great to be here. Yeah, this was not a grand plan of mine. Kind of when COVID started to hit, I wanted to build a bar in my house. And I didn't know how to do that, but I had seen, epoxy and wood cutting boards, and I thought that would be really fun to do. But before I ruined $2,000 worth of materials, I thought I would start on something a little bit smaller. And so I started making these and putting them on, Facebook and through social, and it just took off, and they just started selling like wildfire. And with, if it hadn't been for COVID, I probably wouldn't be making them because I'd be traveling all the time with work. But because I'm home, it's just kind of kept me sane, and named the company Blue Fig because I love figs, and they look good on cutting boards, and blue's my favorite color. So.
Watching the way that you produce one of these gorgeous boards was remarkable to me. Just the eye for the eye. Your eye is just so articulate. And can you tell us about the process of how you make one of these boards, from the wood to the epoxy to all of it?
Sure. So the wood I find on wood auctions, and it's kind of whatever I want it to be, but in many cases it's walnut, it can be elm. I have found somebody who I can get some Costa Rican woods from, which is fun. And then you just kind of figure out how you want the wood to look, what looks nice. I was a furniture maker and a cabinet designer in New York, which is where I'm from. Mm-hmm. And so I've always loved working with wood, and I think the colors of resin are so pretty, and putting those two things together was it just felt really
So
natural.
there's not necessarily a template?
No.
This is all very custom. Yes, so it's like whatever Trip feels today is, what he starts to cut out and kind of design. And I know that when I've come over to see you do the process, it's laid out on your kitchen table. Mm-hmm. And there's a center where the wood is going to go, or maybe the epoxy is going to go. And it really is, and it could be just the characteristics of the wood is what I watched you do as you were looking at it, to see what you wanted to create. But you've done things even more custom than that, like rivers and special things.
So the fun part is I started looking at some other machinery. People were asking me, how can I have a summer house on the beach. I have, on Nantucket, and I would love to be able to have Nantucket. And so now I can do any location that you want. So I can do your property. And so I bought a CNC machine so I can custom cut all of that stuff, and which makes it really fun, very personalized.
I've seen leaves, like special things that you've put into the design, like a leaf from a tree or from a place that seems special. And
I got a little goofy with like pine cones and stuff.
Yes, the pine cones. You've had pine cones in here. But this, putting something, this is just a decorative piece, just the way it is. Something in the middle of a table is just so striking when it has these vibrant, beautiful colors. But also, putting your meat and cheeses and fruits and things like that on there obviously is just an added bonus, I think.
And it's all food-friendly epoxy, food-friendly finishes. You can, I wouldn't cut a steak on it necessarily, but it's cheese and sausage and stuff like that.
You shouldn't be cutting on here, right?
I wouldn't use a sharp knife, like anything. If you prefer scratches, then cut away.
Right, which is probably, is up to you. Are they dishwasher safe, or do we just do a little hand?
I think hand wash, yeah. You probably could, but Yeah, I'll try one when I get home.
Maybe, and he will. Do you have to, is there any care that goes into making this stay vibrant and beautiful? Like, is there a treatment that we need to put on these?
No, not at all. They're completely sealed with a salad bowl finish, 4 coats of salad bowl finish, so they're durable and you don't really have to do anything. You just hand wash it and dry it. You're all set. Yeah.
Trev, thanks so much for being on the show. If we'd like to see the boards locally, where can we find them?
That's a great question. You can find them at the Collective on Main Street in Park City. They sell them there, and we're going to do a 15% off for the rest of the month.
I love that. 15% off at till the end of the, end of November?
End of November, yeah.
Till the end of November. So if you want to shop them here locally, you can go into the Collective on Park City Main Street. You can find them all there. Also, the giveaway today is 1 charcuterie board of your choosing, and there is a show special today, $370 for a custom charcuterie board from Blue Fig, normally $470. To purchase that item, you will go to parkcity.tv. Under our holiday page, you will see Blue Fig, a link there that's featured. You'll click on that, and it'll direct you right over to their website to place an order. Trev, again, thank you so much for being on our show today. And this will end today's episode of PCTV's Favorite Things. We'll see you next time.